Welcome back to the show. You're watching Ulive, and right now we have Siobhan in the studio. And thanks for being here, Siobhan.
Thank you.
You are from PC World, and you have brought some goodies to show us today.
Yes, I have. The first of which is the Samsung Galaxy Tab, which we've been talking about. Yes,
we've been. Let's show Murray Cam that one. Close up. So that's awesome. It's very shiny and black. Isn't it? Very nice. These are the things I know about technology, but you probably could tell me a bit more about it. What's up with it?
Well, this one here is the 7-inch Galaxy Tab,
rather
than the 10.1, which is coming out shortly. So this one is a little bit less powerful. It's not really an iPad 2 competitor, and it's also about $900, which I think is a problem, personally.
It's too high for something that's possibly...
Yeah, I mean, if they're trying to compete with the iPad 2 and it doesn't have the same specifications, I mean, it's got a 1 gigahertz processor, which is fast but not blazingly fast like the iPad 2 is. And
what's the iPad 2?
It's a dual-core processor.
Okay.
So it pretty much wins.
These words are impressing me.
Yes.
So what else are the specs about
it? Means it has 2 processors.
Okay.
Essentially. Yeah, and this one has a 1 gigahertz processor. It has 16 gigs of storage space, which is on the lower end of what the iPad would have, but it takes an SD card. There's a little slot here if we can get a look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but you can add storage to it. So it's not a game-ending thing, but it's still a problem.
And it's not like you're going to be using that as a hard drive, really. You're not going to be wanting to put heaps of it on.
No, I mean, it's just a matter of whether you want to watch a lot of video on it,
That's
or
true.
If you download tons and tons of apps, then it might be a problem.
Yeah. Too many apps in my life. Okay, so you said that do you think there's another one coming out later on? So that's the 10-inch one?
Yeah, it's got a different operating system to this one. This one is running a smartphone operating system called Android 2.2.
Okay.
And it's going to be running Android 3.0 Honeycomb, which is optimized for tablets. So obviously, since this one isn't optimized for tablets, it's a little slower. A lot of apps don't really work, and a lot of apps haven't been made for tablets yet. So this one is not going to be anywhere near as good as the 10.1.
Okay.
Basically.
Let me ask you an incredibly dumb question. Let me know about tablets. What do you do on a tablet?
It's a really good question,
actually.
Okay. A lot of people think that they're going to use their tablets for productivity, like they're going to use Microsoft Office, or they're going to, work.
Do work on it,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, study, do some graphs and stuff on it. You're not going to do that.
No, you're not going to do that. I mean, basically, the main uses I've discovered for it are reading comic books.
Yes.
I love comic books. And they look great on it.
Yeah.
Browsing the web, playing games. Those are basically my 3 uses.
How do you read? What do you use to read comics on it?
There's an app on it called Comixology.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and you can just download different comics and...
Yeah, some of them are free as well, so there's tons of free comics, and then there are some ones that cost like less than $5 each, so they're all really cheap, and I mean, it's not the same as having a physical book, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool. We'll be right back with Siobhan to have a little more of a closer look at the Samsung Galaxy, as well as a sneaky thing that I am very excited about. We won't tell you what it is yet. It's just a black thing. But right now we've got a video. What do we got, Tim?
Dirty Diddy Money, which is code for Puff Daddy Diddy P Money.
P Money, Money, Puff, Puff.
You know who it is.
Let's
have a look.
All right. Hello, welcome back. We're back with Siobhan from PC World, who has brought a Samsung Galaxy tablet in to show us. And you just brought up something really cool you were talking about just before the video, about a comic reader that you've downloaded. Show Murray Cam that. That is the comic, like you've zoomed in on it a bit, right? But that's the quality of it. So, and someone, Felicity on Facebook app asked if it supported Flash. It does?
Yes, it
does. And what about the screen? So is the screen quality good on it?
Yeah, it's actually really nice. Some apps aren't really, don't look that great because they haven't got the same resolution as the screen.
Right.
And that's partly to do with the fact that it's running Android 2.2 rather than 3.0. But for the most part, if you get the apps that are optimized for it, they look great.
Awesome. Cool. And so we were actually, we had a discussion a couple of weeks ago, one of our first discussions actually, talking about e-readers and whether or not it's the same experience reading something on a tablet or an iPad or, you know, than it is in real life. Like, do you think that e-readers like this or tablets like this could replace good old-fashioned books? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I don't know about replace them,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that people are going to be using tablets more and more. I think e-readers not so much because of the tablet, but I definitely think that, yeah, I mean, books are great to read on this, as long as you don't get glare from the sun, pretty much.
I think comics are certainly, it's interesting, maybe different mediums lend themselves better to tablets. Like the comics actually do lend themselves really well to reading on a tablet compared to possibly an actual book of text. I don't know. Pictures are pretty, that's what I'm saying. So your verdict on it, you like it?
I like it. I mean, like I said, it's almost outdated already. It only came out like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
But like they're constantly improving tablets. They're getting way better every time, and we've got all these new ones coming into the market now that are better. So I like it. I probably wouldn't buy it for myself.
Do you think the price will drop when the 10-inch comes out or the iPad 2 is more prominent and stuff?
I can only hope so.
Yes. And also we were talking actually briefly, the size is one of the good things about it.
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, the problem with the 10.1 inch is while I would like it running the new operating system, it just wouldn't fit in my purse.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect purse size there. If you guys can see it, that's my hand. I've got a very large hand, so that's the size of it. It's tiny, but it's very cute, and I love it. So thank you very much for bringing in the Samsung Galaxy. It's very flash. But you did bring in another thing that...
Yes, we've been playing with this.
I'm so jealous. We're going to tease this because I think you're going to give a more in-depth review maybe next week.
Yeah, I only got it today, so...
Right, so this is obviously the Nintendo 3DS. We can hold that up to Mary Cam. And it's the newest from Nintendo. Turn it on. And basically, it's the best thing on the planet. It's actually 3D. It's so funny. In the ads, they have people like looking at it and they're just going, oh wow, that's great. But that's actually what it was when Siobhan was in here just before. I was going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So basically, the top screen, you won't be able to see it through the Mary Cam, but you can kind of see it flickering. The top screen is basically a 3D, screen. It tricks your eyes.
No glasses.
No glasses, which is awesome. And I guess it will just depend on what kind of stuff we can play on it, what kind of games come out of it and utilise the 3D aspect of it.
Yeah, and I think that's been the problem. The launch titles haven't been great, so I think people will be a bit reluctant to pick it up at first, but once there are some good games on there, I think it'll go off.
Yeah, and I think once it kind of... They always come out at quite a high price, and when they kind of drop, better games come out. But get on it. I'm so excited for you to review this next week. But thank you so much for coming in this week, Siobhan. You're from PC World, and you will be back next week.
Yes.
And I'm going to read this comic while you guys watch your video. What is it, Tim?
She-Head. Engage. Check it out.